One Chicago. All leads set to return next season as Chicago Fire Trio inks new deals. NBC's 3 Chicago series will be back in the fall with their leads intact as Chicago Fire's Taylor Kinney, Miranda Ray Mayo and Dermot Mulroney, Chicago PD's Jason Begg, and Chicago Med's Esapatha Murkerson and Oliver Platt are all locked in to continue on their shows. 4 of them, Kinney, Begg, Murkerson, and Platt, have been headlining their shows from the start as original cast members. Kinney is headed into his 14th season on Fire, Begg into his 13th season on PD, and Murkerson and Platt into their 11th season on Med. Chicago Fire's Kinney, Mayo, and Mulroney have all closed new deals to continue on the firefighter drama, sources said. Negotiations with the trio continued after the 3 Chicago series, produced by Wolf Entertainment and Universal Television, were renewed by NBC in early May. The most recent contracts for Kinney and Mayo, who joined the drama as a recurring in Season 4 and has been a series regular since Season 5, were up at the end of this season. Meanwhile, Mulroney had signed a 1-year deal when he joined Fire last summer as new fire chief, not unusual for a name actor coming onto a long-running series. As Deadline reported last July, Murkerson and Platt inked new multi-year contracts last year. Their options for the 2025 to 26 season have been picked up under. That also is the case with Begg, who also has more time on his current PD deal, we hear. According to sources, the upcoming seasons of the Chicago dramas will consist of 21 episodes. As Deadline has reported, most, if not all, cast members will not appear in a couple of the 21 episodes each, part of a widely used cost-trimming measure. Kinney, Mayo, Mulroney, Begg, Murkerson, and Platt's characters all ended the 2024 to 26 season, looking forward to what's to come, none more than Kinney's Kelly Severide and Mayo's Stella Kidd, who were surprised by a positive pregnancy test in the recent final. One Chicago has helped NBC dominate Wednesday nights. The 3 shows, which pioneered the integrated franchise universe, also work well together, with a January 29 crossover setting live plus 7 season high marks for each show. Chicago Med, which airs at 8 p.m. Wednesdays, is executive produced by Dick Wolf, Alan McDonald, Stephen Hootstein, and Peter Jankowski. Chicago Fire, which airs at 9 p.m., is executive produced by Dick Wolf, Andrea Newman, Reza Tabrizi, Matt Whitney, and Peter Jankowski. Chicago PD airs at 10 p.m. and is executive produced by Dick Wolf, Gwen Segan, Chad Saxton, Gavin Harris, Jason Begg, and Peter Jankowski. In a major victory for fans of NBC's powerhouse franchise One Chicago, the winds of change are being held off for at least 1 more year. Despite swirling rumors of exits and storylines that hinted at uncertain futures, all major leads from Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD are officially locked in for the upcoming season. And the biggest news is the trio from Chicago Fire who have just inked brand new deals, securing their place in Firehouse 51. While networks across television have been trimming casts and tightening budgets, One Chicago is doubling down on what works: star power and continuity. After months of quiet negotiations and speculation, it was confirmed late Tuesday night that Taylor Kinney, Severide, Miranda Ray Mayo, Stella Kidd, and Eamon Walker, Chief Bowden, have signed on for the next season of Chicago Fire. This announcement sent a jolt of excitement through the fandom, especially after a season finale that left all 3 characters on the edge, both literally and emotionally. A deal sealed in Fire, Taylor Kinney's future with Chicago Fire had been in question after he took a leave of absence during a previous season for personal reasons. Though he returned in time for a crucial final arc, fans were left wondering if that was a farewell disguised as a comeback. But with this new contract, Kinney is not only back, he's reportedly taking on an even larger leadership role, both on screen and behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Miranda Ray Mayo, whose character Stella Kidd has evolved into one of Firehouse 51's fiercest lieutenants, has signed a deal that reportedly extends beyond just Chicago Fire. Industry insiders hint that her contract includes the possibility for crossover appearances in Chicago PD or Chicago Med, setting the stage for many expected the beloved Chief Bowden to hang up his badge and helmet after recent storylines teased retirement. Instead, the new deal not only confirms his return, but is rumored to give his character one of the most emotionally rich arcs to date. With Bowden's health and legacy at the center of next season's theme, the showrunners are crafting what they call a celebration of leadership, community, and passing the torch. One Chicago, one vision. NBC's decision to retain all major leads across the 3 series is being hailed as a rare show of faith in ensemble drama in an era of constant reboots and recasts. Chicago Med stars Nick Gelfus, Dr. Will Halstead, Asa Patha Merkerson, Sharon Goodwin, and Dominic Raines, Dr. Crockett Marcel, are all confirmed to return. Likewise, Chicago PD's Jason Begg, Hank Voight, Tracy Spiridakos, Haley Upton, and LaRoyce Hawkins, Kevin Atwater have renewed their contracts. In a joint statement, NBC and Wolf Entertainment praised the commitment of the cast and teased a bold, emotionally charged, and surprise-filled new chapter for the One Chicago universe. These actors have become part of the DNA of Chicago, the statement read. Their stories will only grow deeper as we continue to explore the city, its first responders, and the people whose lives they touch. What comes next? With the cast locked in, showrunners are now free to dive into the new season's storytelling. For Chicago Fire, the renewed deals mean that Season 13 will continue to explore the fraught but fiery marriage between Severide and Kidd, a relationship that has become both a fan favorite and a lightning rod for dramatic tension. Will the couple finally stabilize, or are new fires about to ignite? Chief Bowden's narrative is expected to center around mentorship and legacy. With rumors swirling about Bowden grooming a successor, possibly Herman or even Stella, there's room for intergenerational tension and personal growth. Eamon Walker is said to be deeply involved in shaping this arc, ensuring it honors both the realism of the role and the emotional weight it carries. Chicago Med will reportedly push into darker, ethically complicated territory, with Dr. Crockett Marcel dealing with the fallout of recent medical decisions and Sharon Goodwin facing a funding crisis that may pit the hospital against the city government. Over on Chicago PD, the theme of personal justice versus institutional duty will continue, with Voight walking the line between hero and anti-hero. Haley Upton's arc is reportedly set to pivot dramatically after the Funnell's surprise betrayal, and Atwater will be stepping into a leadership role of his own. Fans react. The One Chicago fandom lit up social media after the news dropped. Finally, some stability in this chaotic TV world. One fan posted on Reddit, "We've watched these characters bleed, love, cry, and survive. I'm not ready to say goodbye, and now I don't have to." Others were particularly thrilled about Kinney's return. Severide is the heart of Firehouse 51, tweeted another user. "It just isn't the same without him. This is the best news of the year." Looking ahead, while television remains an unpredictable landscape, One Chicago seems to have found a formula that viewers crave: emotional authenticity, high-stakes drama, and a sense of found family. By securing its leads, the franchise is planting its boots firmly in the Windy City soil. In a world where long-running shows are often cut down before their time, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD are fighting the good fight. not just in front of the camera, but behind the scenes as well. Next season promises passion, peril, and plenty of crossovers. But above all, it promises the return of the characters that make One Chicago feel like home. Buckle up, the trucks are fueled, the scrubs are on, and Voight's glare is sharper than ever.